This week at Comic-Con, Heidi MacDonald from ComicsBeat, the Beat staff here, tried to ruin it and tried to fearmonger everybody. What if ICE crashes the con? Now, that's the immigration service they're talking about. Yes, they tried to turn Comic-Con into some like anti-Trump kind of narrative here. This is why nobody reads ComicsBeat. They all read My Fandom Pulse instead when they want to get actual news on the comic book industry and come here to my channel instead. And we're going to laugh at this because it's really ridiculous just how far these people go and how nuts and crazy they are and how they're just, they're paranoid. They're looking around their shoulders thinking they're going to be deported. Maybe we should deport Heidi MacDonald. That might be a good thing. If you don't know who she is, she's part of the Whisper Network in the comic book industry. There's a group of like feminists who took things over years ago, and she's like their like journalist with this company here that just basically promotes their whatever it is, corporate press releases, Eisner Award winners, Peacemaker 2 trailer, August release date, is South Park going to cross over with Beavis and Butthead? You see, there's nothing here except for, what you could have just found from their email lists for these companies as it is. So this is one of the few original articles they did, and it's very scary because Donald Trump, oh my gosh. And this is what they've done for the whole comic book industry is make it into this fear-mongering, hateful thing where they really do hate half the country. They hate you. They hate Christians. They hate conservatives. They hate anybody who is ever says anything different than what they believe. And they can't even talk to you. They're scared, right? They're just abject panic over somebody believing something different than them. And that's what's created problems in comics, and which this is why we're here to talk about this. So please hit the like and subscribe button. It's also why I have a Substack where I'm creating my comics independently. So as much as these people have tried to censor me and gatekeep me out of the industry, I've been able to make a living on comics over the last several years. God bless you guys. Thank you for supporting our books. I have started a Substack because I think webcomics is a way to go. I want to get more people reading, and so I'm posting Flying Sparks every single day, a new page, so that you can start reading this superhero story, which is a beautiful, beautiful story. It builds up over 15 issues, and there's going to be more on here as we go along as well. I'm just making sure people reading first, and then, of course, we figure things out later on the other end. So I've also got exclusives on here, so there is a paid subscription if you want to support on that level. That whole patron system where you just allow me to create my art is the best way to, of course, make sure that I'm able to do so. So I've got 2 different comics on here. We've got commentary tracks in the exclusive and the like. It's a really great deal. Substack is a wonderful platform. Get on here, guys. Start reading today and sign up, whether it's an unpaid subscription or a paid subscription. I really appreciate everybody who does so. It's in the description below, and thanks for being here. So let's get into this article right here. Even as thousands descend upon San Diego Comic-Con, ongoing ICE raids throughout the U.S. are keeping many of us, immigrants and citizens alike, on our toes. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, gosh, the fear-mongering on a comic book. Comic books? Comic-Con? What's happening here? In the wake of mass arrests and deportations. I wish there were mass arrests and deportations. When are these all going to happen? Anti-ICE protests have gained traction, not just in the U.S., but internationally, as supporters in other countries stand in solidarity with those being taken from their homes and jobs. What's this have to do with Comic-Con? It's just somebody just flipping out over the political situation again, and there, some paid protesters in L.A. Is what they're talking about. But here's this: on Wednesday, the official start of SDCC, the Beat received unconfirmed reports of Border Patrol vehicles near the San Diego Convention Center, sparking tension among congoers. So, by the way, unconfirmed reports means somebody made it up. Okay. So this is the ComicsBeat making it up, or one of their people making it up in their Discord or whatever, and then them just reporting it as news. This is news speak for we don't have evidence, right? And so a normal news organization would not report this because they'd say this seems like a problem, or it's just a rumor. We don't know anything about that. That's what they put in the headline. They wouldn't go, "What to do if ICE crashes the con? Know your rights." And they wouldn't frame it like this, right? And so, yes, this is it. And you can see there's some AI tells in the writing here. So right here, you've got this immigrant. This is a AI tell of just adding in an M dash right there for no reason. And these long winding sentences are also AI tells. So it looks like this. Another thing that you might see a lot in terms of AI tells is using sparking tension. These are 2 words that get used, sparking tension, sparking controversy. AI loves to use that language right there. So I'm seeing that this is probably AI assisted in its writing as well. In the event of the federal officers in crash in the SDCC, it's important to know your rights and execute them to protect yourself and your community. Another M-, no matter your citizen immigration status. What to do if you see someone being detained. Look at this Comic-Con. Again, this is a report about Comic-Con. If you see ICE or Border Patrol near the convention center, call legal services, legal defenders. Again, they're just like, they want to harass federal employees. But that's interesting. Are there really a bunch of illegal immigrants at Comic-Con? Comic-Con, as much as they want to be diverse and inclusive, and that's exactly what they try to make this comic industry and all that, it's all white people. It's 99% white people who are just there enjoying their white culture is what it's coming down to. And so this is really, really funny that they're doing this right here. If you're entering or leaving the convention or stopped by ICE, know your rights. Agents may call your name and ask you to confirm it, then detain you. Before you state your name or anything else, ask, am I free to go? So, again, the people who's reading are a bunch of illegal immigrants, again, reading ComicsBeat or comic books in general. I'm going to venture to guess the answer is no. Okay. So all the stuff is correct. Don't show false documents, flee, or resist arrest. I don't consent to a search. Don't hand over your passport, consular IDs, or visa. Again, this is all just fear-mongering nonsense because it is nonsense. And it's just in the guise of a comic blog, right? Because these people are not about comics. They don't care about comics. They care about getting two things. One, the clout and access to Marvel and DC comics. It's called the access media for a reason. And that's what they do because they want those press releases to feed most of their content because that's all they do is just regurgitate their press releases otherwise. Number two, they just want to have an excuse to make their little political rants, and that's all it's about. This has nothing to do with Comic-Con, nothing to do with comics, nothing to do with anything that actually happened at the convention. Again, it was a unconfirmed report, and nothing happened. I've been watching, and that's why I'm reporting on it the day after, just to make sure nothing happened. And that's it. Film your encounter, take notes. I mean, these people are just encouraging mass delusion. They're encouraging paranoia, and they're encouraging their leftist comic industry readership because the only people that actually read ComicsBeat are comics industry people who are mostly citizens to just panic. Now, this reminds me of Larry Hama, who is a Canadian at this point, saying he was not going to come over to the U.S. to do conventions this year because he's scared of being detained as an Asian man. I mean, it's the same thing. These people just hyperventilate in their own echo chambers online and then ascribe it to real life when none of this stuff is actually happening. And that's the danger of the comic book industry. This is what's happened as they become more and more of an insular network of just whisper network of just an echo chamber over on Blue Sky. They've gotten worse. They've gotten even more delusional, and they're going even crazier. So when people are saying woke is dead and that comics are good now, and et cetera, there's certain channels that do that. We'll check in on them. And it's been a while since we have. This is the real comic industry right here. This is what Heidi MacDonald and ComicsBeat is actually promoting, and this is what they think of you because they think you're stupid enough to just accept all this stuff as the mainstream media. Very sad. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Did you get detained at San Diego Comic-Con? I want to hear from you. I had security called on me 2 years ago because Heather Antos tried to get me kicked out of Comic-Con. They didn't report on that at ComicsGate or at ComicsBeat there. It was shocker, huh? She failed. I didn't do anything. I'm just there. And fortunately, the Comic-Con people are at least to the point where they don't just kick people out for who they are yet. But you never know with these conventions. All right. Get on the Substack, guys. This is where real comics are at. This is where we're making an alternative to the mainstream. Really good stuff. You're going to love it. Sign up today in the description below. Thanks for being here.